Yeah, so hey, we can get started. Awesome. So we are all here today at GraphQL Summit because I believe we all build excellent products. And as we have seen this morning, we like client-driven development, product-centric product. GraphQL is product-centric, sorry. And what if, so we provide this data in our applications, and what if we think about how to provide an even better experience? What if we design our data in motion? This is what this talk is about. It's called animation as a function of data, and over the course of 3 examples, I will show you, well, try to spark interest in putting your data in motion. Our first example is an e-commerce checkout. Like when you have an online store, it's really a delicate phase. And so in our case, let's say we are an online store that sells blueberries. And so we have thought about these mutations that we want to trigger. And we know that sometimes it can fail. So even if this interaction fails, we would like it to be playful. And if it succeeds, we would like it to be playful too. So let's look at how we would want to implement this mutation in our blueberry store. Well, the mutation is loading. Yeah, oh, something happens bad. So yeah, well, let's take it easy and retry. Apollo Link retry, for instance. And yeah, we wait. Yeah, awesome, it worked. So I don't know if you have read this article by Stripe. Unfortunately, I don't remember the name, but you type Stripe animations. You will see how they explain you how providing life in our user interfaces help to retain our users. And speaking about users, we will see in a minute why we would like to, how we can show more how we care about them. So this was animation as a function of the operation result. And next step is animation as a function of the type system. So speaking about our users, we have a meeting with our investors right after that, and we want to show them how our product is growing well. So we have built we are reusing the data that our API can provide us, and we are going to show them our active users based on a daily range. And so to show that, we said, OK, we know that the operation can succeed or fail, and we are going to put life in our graph. So we draw our graph along the time to show them how we draw our graph or draw our growth. And as we are going to speak with our investor with this graph, we make this graph interactive to tell them, hey, this is the beta. We are in beta. We start to get some users, but oh, something bad happens. So we iterate on the product. We launch it officially, and yeah, exponential growth, profit, awesome. This graph has been built to provide motion and life. But oh, I'm going to make a visualization about my users. But we could go even more farther. Let's imagine that we are designing a referral system, so users inviting other users, inviting other users. So with your API, you can get that out of the box. And yeah, so GraphQL, our imagination is the only limit. And speaking about imagination, let's take the Star Wars example from GraphQL.org and maybe stitch it with some kind of weird schema that could allow us to ask SVG pass data from the server. Why would you want to make that? I don't know, but we can do it, and this can be fun. So let's look at what it could be. Oops. Let's look at what it could be. So we could have this kind of queries where we ask for a person, and we ask for SVG. So SVG are made of paths, which are just basically strings or coordinates. We also ask for the fill. And we are going to iterate over the users, over the persons, by morphing them to a new person. This would give us something like that. So, well, again, we show a loading state. And hope we show Leia. And Leia is morphing to Luke, who is morphing to Darth Vader, who is morphing to Chewie, and last but not least, the heroes of all movies, as we all know, R2-D2. What this animation showed us is we can animate as a function of all the things. And so we can do, yeah, again, we can do whatever we want. GraphQL as core of our application and the core of how we provide experiences to our users, well, it just feels good. It feels awesome. And even more like with code generation or with the new features that Apollo Client gives us, or all the libraries that we build. We have an ecosystem that is pushing up everything. And so, yeah. So I'd like to leave you with this quote in French, « A vaillant cœur, rien n'impossible », meaning that nothing can stop a brave heart. I'm Xavier, Xav_CZ on Twitter. I hope you will have a good summit.